Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham Latest news and update show, the WREXfast Club, for Thursday, February 6th. How's everyone doing today? We are this close to the weekend, actually Super Bowl weekend, which is great. But we don't have a game this weekend, which doesn't make it all that great. But, we're here and we're going to get down to business today. Got a few things we want to talk about. Gonna have an article here from the leader who we like to rely on a little bit, and gonna talk about some of the comments by Parkinson, and I'm gonna make an analogy here, and basically I'm gonna say, can Phil be the greatest Phil? Can Phil be the greatest Phil? And you'll see what I mean in a minute. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll know what I'm talking about. But we are at a critical mass here. We are at critical mass here, and we're getting to the point where, again, we saw the business end of the season, but we are fighting on two fronts here. Who would have thought that a couple months ago when I wasn't, I might have been a little down. Down than I wanted to, saying that we're not going to sign anybody. We're not, we're going to go up, whatever. We're not going to be fighting on get out of the Jimmy Bag of Donuts Trophy Cup. And you're allowed to be wrong and you're allowed to evolve. So I've evolved. So I know we're fighting on two fronts. I still think we're going to go up. But some of the comments here on Parkinson, I'm going to hold him accountable for, because I believe that we are at the cusp of the opportunity of something amazing. So I want him to allow us to be great. That's what I'm saying here too. Anyway, so as you can see on the thumbnail, it says squad games. Yes, squad games. Oh, Bruce, you're too honest. You're too honest, Bruce. And Bruce, I actually was going to call you out because I have something special for you, but I'm not going to tell you now after the comment you just made right there, my friend. I'm just joking. Anyways, please smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the Local Pundit. We are on our way to 2,000. We are on the road to 2,000 and then 50,001. If you know, you know. So, yeah, a lot to get to today. Again, no game this weekend. We have a game on Tuesday. The Vertu Cup draw is on what day is it? I think it's on Saturday. We're going to talk about that in a second here too. And also too, got 3 shows pegged for you today. Yesterday, if you didn't watch chapter 1 of the Andy Morrell interview, which was fantastic. Good job, Patty, getting that over the line, which is great. And then chapter 1 dropped today. Chapter 2 will drop today at 3:00 PST. So it will go. It's a recording, as you know. So it'll premiere at 3:00, chapter 2. So thank you to Andy for coming on. And I have something cooking. I have something cooking around the corner too. But again, I can't reveal that yet until it's confirmed. But anyways, all right, let's dive into this. By the way, Drew is in here. We're going to get to that. And good morning, good afternoon, Brian Loop. What's going on, Esteban? How are you? And Dan Moore, love you, Josh. There you go. Well, Bruce cuts hard. Family cuts hard sometimes, and it's okay. It's okay. But I have something that he's going to love, and I'm not going to tell him today. How's that? I was actually going to private message him, and I'm not going to do it now. There you go. Steve Barton. May our cup pilleth over. I don't know that word, pilleth. That's a $4 word for me. There you go. May the cup pilleth over. Yes, Steve Barton. Thank you very much to the super chat and all the super chats. As we say every time, super chats and the memberships go right back in. As you can see, we're trying to elevate. Got new skins coming, and new thumbnails, and the new stats from Sasha, which is great. New Joycey accent. I said it with love. There we go. Now we go. Okay, Bruce, I will DM you. There you go. I'll DM you and let you know. How's that? Bruce won me over. I love it. PC Scuba Steve's in the house. Scuba Steve. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Article here. I want to talk about something. And I'm going to relate this to what we need to do. I feel like we have an unbelievable opportunity in front of us. And if I'm Phil Parkinson, I'm pulling the whole squad aside. And I'm telling them to watch The Last Dance. And if you haven't watched The Last Dance, it is one of the best documentaries of all time. Trust me, it is good. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Let me just pull down some assets here, touching buttons, and making sure that everyone can see everything they want to get to. So I even took notes today. I took notes. Okay, in this article, it says all players will be needed in Wrexham's push for another promotion, says Phil Parkinson. And that's why I said today, now I'm going to take the Jimmy Bag of Donuts Cup out of it, okay, for a second here, just briefly. I have been critical of Parkinson. We all have been. But right now, currently, and where we are, sitting third in the league with the signings we made, and possibly getting through a semifinal and then getting to a final at Wembley, we are on the cusp of something really, really special. I've always said this team has the magic. You can see it. It's all around everything. You saw what happened yesterday with the Stoke Cold Brew advert for the Super Bowl ad. I mean, there's something really special there. You can see it on their faces. And you know what? On the other side of things, if aside from John, who we love, hey John, what's up? Who understands? There's a lot of, for lack of a better word, jealousy, and it's going to happen. It's bound to happen because of just who we are and what's going on. As who we, our owners, let's just say it, and our success. There's going to be pushback on it, but there is something very special happening here, and I want Parkinson to. And I think he's Parkin for that matter, to take the reins. And yes, the fun will be there, but also you got to look deep within. Do we want to be great? And I want him to look around and say, allow yourself to be great. I had an acting coach. His name is Robert DeVonzo. And he's awesome. And I'll call him out there too. A great guy. And we used to say to us, allow yourself to be great. Everyone's kind of afraid to fail, but are you afraid to be successful? And yes, at this point right now, we are very, very successful. If we get back-to-back promotion, we don't go up this year, it's really, really good. No one ever thought of that too. But sometimes people are afraid to be great. And right now I feel like we're at the cusp of being great. And that's what I want to take from this. And I'm going to relate it back to Phil Jackson and the Chicago Bulls. But first, I'm going to talk about this article here. This came out yesterday. I don't know why we missed it. But it is what it is. So Parkinson is putting the final touches, the finishing touches on the squad before the winter transfer window closes. And he says everyone has got a part to play as Wrexham aim to clinch the unprecedented third successive promotion. Now we call that back to back to back. Okay, back to back to back. It's only been done a few times. In fact, this weekend the Chiefs can do something really amazing. I don't think anyone's ever done it in the NFL. Back to back to back, and they're an incredible side. So let's see what happens. But back to back to back promotions is something that is unheard of. I mean, it would be greatness. And will Phil be the best Phil? I don't know. And I want to stress that we can be if we allow ourselves to do that. Now, we made some big moves. I gave this an 8 out of 10 in the transfer window, and it wasn't because it could have been a 10 out of 10. We couldn't get some people out, understandably so, whether they were kicking their heels, they're here, but whatever it is, whatever the case may be. But we're still one heavy. We got to get one off the books. So 23 need to get down to 22, which is fine. I think it's going to be Bolton. That's just me speculating. I don't have any of the inside story. Although I would love to see more Boyley's new hair, which is awesome. Speaking of, I don't have a hat on today. But anyways, James Jones moved on. Anthony Ford moved on. Billy Waters, Bud Varson's gone on. Who else left? Those are the guys that left, notably right there. But let's see, we made a lot of moves, brought players in, J-Rod, Smith, which was an absolute coup. It was. Longman. We made a lot of moves to adjust the squad. And yes, I believe what he's saying here. That everyone is going to play a part, and it might not actually be on the pitch. We know Parkinson. Doesn't always, he gives a lot of lip service to the reporters, and he's not really pushed. Okay, but the results are there on the pitch. So fine, fair enough. Let's take that on. But he's saying in this article here. He said, I was really pleased with the substitutes from the last game. Ryan Longman coming on and producing moments of quality. That's what we brought him in for. And obviously, a late league goal, talking about the game against Crawley Town, and also talking about the game against Port Vale. Now, let's take that real quick right now. I do talk smack about the Jimmy Bag Donuts Cup. I do. All right, fine. But the positives there, if we're talking about using the squad, is highly important. I'm gonna pull this down while we talk about it real quick. Is highly important because the players that I had said the other day that aren't getting on the pitch, the Ravons, the Mo Falls, the Palmers might be relegated a little bit more to the bench. Evans, players that haven't got that opportunity or getting back to full fitness will play parts in our push for our third consecutive promotion and to win a cup. Which a cup run's great. I mean, we are in a cup. Whether we know about the Vertu Cup or the Jimmy Bag of Donuts Cup, whatever it is, it's all there. But Parkinson always talks about using his squad. And he's talking about it right here. But will he do that? They might not be on the pitch for the first team, but if they're getting ready and they're playing in the Vertu Cup trophy, which Rev and Mofal did, that's important. It is important. And I'd said a few weeks ago, they're like, hey, let's get out of the Vertu Cup trophy cup. Because I was a little wish-wash, but it might come in handy. That said, with the new guys coming in, I don't think they're actually going to get on. I don't think like a Mofal will probably make the bench. But it's good for his growth. It's good for Ravon's growth. I think Ravon is more inclined to get more first team appearances because of Macca and his literally looking over the canyon of getting his 1700th yellow card, and he has to sit out 2 matches. So there you go. So the man management needs to be there, and I hope that Parkinson is doing that. I believe he is, and I'll relate that back to Phil Jackson in a little bit. If those of you that are basketball fans of the 2000s, 90s. Okay, goes on to say. He said, Ryan Longman, that's why we brought him in, and obviously Elliott Lee getting a goal. We said in the dressing room that the lads have to show up, and always been about the squad and the group. You could see it is there. One defector, and it might go tits up. I don't know. But, I watched the Men in Blazers with Max. They all look so happy. Trust me. I mean, Christ, what do I got to do to get Max on? We got to keep going, I guess we got to do. Anyways, I digress. The dressing room has always been there, typified by all the lads who weren't in the team and their reaction. So it's all about, like he's saying, they scored goals, but they all were there for them. If you saw the goal that, going back to the Port Vale game, that you saw the goal that Mofal scored, I mean, the celebration and Ravon coming in a big hug, and also, the goal for Harry Asheville coming in, the celebration, awesome. You can tell it's a tight-knit group, and they want to play, but they're all going to have to play their part in this scenario of us pushing for our third back-to-back-to-back promotion. Going on to say the lads in the dressing room all the lads who didn't make the bench, like George and Jacob, he's going back to 2 games ago, were right with us, and that's why we've always been about. We can't reiterate that more of them aren't getting any more games, and but everyone's going to be utilized. So utilize how? Utilize for the cup games, utilize for practice, and again, back to the man management thing. And if we're gonna make a promotion push, that needs to be sorted out. And I think Parkinson to do it. And I'm gonna relate it back. I'm hoping for the fact that he goes. Parkinson says, and if you're listening, anyone out there, tell them to go watch. If they haven't seen it already, tell them to go watch The Last Dance. Tell them to do it. It's amazing. You could see it is the last season with Michael Jordan and the Bulls. I mean, Phil Jackson. Rodman was there. Rodman was there. Who was it? Pippen, Rodman, Kerr, Billy Cartwright, Shaw, Ron Harper. He managed that team, willed it. And Jordan, by the way, the best player of all time, and Kobe right behind him. He willed that team to victory. And I think we can do that. I think Parkinson can will this team to a back-to-back promotion. And that's why I want them to go. And I want them to be great. And I think Parkinson can do this. And, with the new guys coming in, J-Rod, Smith, Longman, get them right in. Get them, if they feel comfortable, in there, they're going to play better. And we're going to perform better. If they hit the ground running, it's going to be amazing. And clip it up. We can do a double. We can do the double. We can go up, and we can win the Vertu Trophy Cup. We can do it. There we go. All right. I'm going to get to the chat real quick. What do you say about that? Chat real quick because it's getting buzzed, and I want to make sure that we keep up everything here too. Barton's having a go here. Jimmy Bag of Donuts. There you go. Steve Barton has gifted 5, 10, 15 local pundit memberships. Get them while they're hot. We are. That is awesome. Thank you, Steve Barton. It's never lost on me. Steve, I think it's getting to the point where no one buys memberships because they know that you're going to take care of it. And Steve is my spirit dad, but an absolute legend up there. Absolute legend. So thank you very much. And Steve, if you got him, let him know and thank him in the chat. Matt's in the house. Says, I watched The Last Dance during COVID. It was excellent. Now, who can be a better Phil? Matt, who's going to be the better Phil? We go back to back, right? In promotions. And who's the better Phil? Phil Jackson? Although he did it with the Lakers and the whole thing with, with Kobe and Shaq playing together and Pau Gasol and Nick the Quick Van Exel and all of them. You got to manage those egos. You got to manage all those egos. So there we go. Who's the better Phil? Will Phil allow himself and this team to be great? And I think we can do it. We kick every ball. We get high, we get low. I understand that, but still, we root for the club. We want them to be successful. And my only relation to this right now, it just popped to me this morning. I was sitting there, and I was like, you know what? It's the last dance. I'm not saying it's the last dance in regard to the fact that, like, Jordan will retire, whatever it is, but this is it. And if I have them go watch it, have the team go watch it, I tell you, their mind will shift. Their mind will shift. I wonder if Max even knows who Michael Jordan is. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Max, if you're out there, tell me, call me, let me know. But there's something important there too about how to win. We do have winners in the squad, and they're going to play their parts into. And true to form, we haven't even seen what J-Rod and Smith can do, and Mulls coming in and maybe having a little bit of pressure off of him. Palmer looked so loose the other day, albeit yes against League Two side, league second string of the League Two side. I don't give a shit. I don't care. It helps them and helps their growth. It gives them confidence. And people have been called upon through this season, i.e., a Callum came in for a few games, played very, very well, although went down. You have Chomp coming in, played well, although went down. When Max was out, we had players coming in and covering that right side. I believe it was Scar that came in for a game next to O'Connell. Middle of the park. When Dobson isn't quite feeling it, you had Maddie come in up front. That's the only thing that we can't quite square, but we have more talent to come in too. But he's managed the squad enough to get us to this point, and I feel like if we can have a cohesive team, we can definitely capitalize it and go there too. Okay, let me get into some of this here. Paul Kelly, good afternoon, everyone. Barton is in the house again. He's an absolute legend. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Brian Loop, no team has ever completed a back-to-back-to-back in the EPL. Wrexham would be the first. And like I said earlier, allow yourself to be great. Do it. Play with a little more freedom. Our way form has been shit, but what if we're better? What if we just improve just a little bit? What if we get a little bit of help? Because Birmingham City's in the mud, as John knows they are. Get a little. It could happen. Wickham had 10 guys come in? I don't know. Matt, you probably know more than me. You know how many guys? No. Let me rephrase that. Matt knows a little bit more about the other teams in regards to ins and outs, which is great. So technically, he knows more than me. There we go. But yes, there's opportunity for us to do this. John Merrill, you could do the double. However, there is a rather large dominant blue wall in the way. Yeah, that blue wall is shrinking though, my friend. That blue wall is getting a little, you guys could get alligator arms. You really could. You could get alligator arms. You never know. No one anointing anyone. Granted, I think you guys are going to win the league, but no one's anointing you that yet. There you go. You won that. You won that little battle right there. Barton with another 5. Jesus H. Love you, brother. Josh, daring Parker to be great. LFG. There we go. That's it, Chris. That's all I'm saying. Dare to be great. It's okay. It's okay. So just my thoughts. Not the double. Birmingham is still going to win the league. There we go. A lot of smack talking in there. Scuba Steve says, Steve Barton, you are very much appreciated. I know everyone feels the same way. Yes, absolutely there too. But that's my thoughts on that real quick. And I wanted to relate it back to Phil Jackson. Who is he going to be another good Phil? Is he going to be the best Phil? Phil can do it. And I've been critical of him, and we all have been. But he could be a great Phil. He could be an absolutely great Phil. And let's go do it. Let's go do it. I'm rooting for this team more than you know. More, I mean, every inch of me rooting for this team, and I know you all are too. And that's why we're all here on the Local Pundit. And if you haven't subscribed and shared it out, please subscribe, share it out, become a member too. Take some of the leverage off of Steve there. Take some of the leverage off of Steve. What other show gives you 3 shows a day on game day, 4 shows a day on game day, for that matter, and stuff like this? It's great. Could you imagine if we had an away game? Unstoppable. Could you imagine if we had an away game unstoppable? Win. I think Brian says win an away game. There you go. Got a feeling Blue's going to do the trouble. Well, Webby, you guys have the talent to do it. You have the talent to do it. We cannot shake that. You cannot shake that. You guys have the talent to do it. But we're not going to shy away from you. We're not going to do it. We're just not going to do it. I'm not going to give it to you. Another 5 Local Pundit memberships. Steve Barton is on a run today. I need a sip of water. Parky has to register at 22, I believe, before the next league game. I think that's what I heard. I don't know, but within the next few days, we're going to be dropping somebody. We're one heavy. And I anticipate it to be Bolton for sure. Marie from SoCal is in the house. Listen, everyone, give a special shout out to Marie from SoCal. She's going to have surgery on her arm. She was with me at the Cosm, and she's one of our lovely folks here, and we want to wish her the best. So give her a big virtual hug there too. Hope you're well, Marie. We'll talk in a bit. The 22 that's coming on. Steve Barton with the $5 super chat. Oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. I am living on, believing. There you go. Don't ask me to sing. All right. I want to move on a little bit to the Jimmy Bag of Donuts trophy. I'm going to talk about this first, and then we're going to go to the next one. Matt saying, what's going on, Marie? So here we go. Bringing this up too. So the JBD Trophy Cup. I mean, can we change it to the JBD Trophy? Can we do it? Johnny Bag of Donuts? I don't know if it will. Maybe it's just an East Coast thing. All right. So news update here on the EFL Trophy Cup, Virtu Trophy, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know what Virtu is. I mean, I have no clue. So there's an update going out there. Virtu Trophy semifinal draw is happening. The Virtu Trophy semifinal draw will take place live on Sky Sports Football on Saturday, February 8th, in the build up to the Sky Bet EFL Championship clash between Sunderland and Watford. What time is that match? Let me know, because I will go live for the draw if we can do. If it's not stupid o'clock in the morning, okay? So just let me know if someone can do that in the chat for me. That'd be fantastic. Absolute legends. So the Saturday draw is on the 8th, okay? And we are ball number 4. We are ball number 4 right there. Birmingham City in the mud. Bradford City are number 2, number 1, number 2, and Posh are number 3, and Wrexham or Bolton. So we're not. I find that very interesting that we know who we're going to play before we even play the game. That's what I love about football. Like, it's so good. I love it. It just messes with your head, but it's also like, okay, you can see what's coming down the road. So the concentration needs to be there. So you know what's interesting about that? Bradford City, Parkinson used to manage that, correct? I think didn't he? I think he did. Anyway, so Birmingham City, Bradford are 2, Peterborough, Wrexham or Bolton. So that game's our game obviously is played at 7:30 on Tuesday. Of course, we are live, and I'll just do this because I'm shameless. That is our next watch along right there. That is our next watch along. Obviously Tuesday. Remember, we will be going live 10 minutes prior to the dropping of the starting 11, which is great. That build-up show, which is awesome. Ken and Aaron, I believe, is going to be on it, and maybe Patty. I'm not sure. So we'll see. But yeah, we're going live 10 minutes before, so we all can build up to that, and then we'll talk about that, and then lead into the live watch along, Wrexham time call-in show, and Wrexham reaction. So full day for everybody on Tuesday, which is awesome. So we do that, we get a semi. Okay, we win that game on Tuesday, we get a semi. And we'll know who we're going to play in the semifinals. Now, we're not going to play in Wembley until the final, I believe. The final is at Wembley. So, we'll see what happens there. But right now, Tuesday, we're going to get through. We're going to decide. We are ball number 4. If we win, we get a semi. And then we can go to Wembley once we do that. So Matt said he's seeing the Bradford future right there. Okay, there you go. I believe it. Let's do it. And over there, he hasn't. So the squad has been submitted. Okay, I believe that's probably happening here. I'm just trying to keep up with the chat here. Have a buddy from Boston who called Jackie a bag of beers and shoved 8 beers and grocery plastic bag. There you go. It's also a luxury brand of cell phones, apparently. Okay. John says, I fancy Birmingham Bolton in the semi at St. Andrews personally. Okay, well, we'll see you. It's going to happen. We're going to see you guys in the finals for sure. Vertu is an auto trader chain in the UK. They own Bristol Street Motors chain as well. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. So that's that coming on there too. Also, reverting back because we're talking about the games. Let's talk about this. If you don't think Tuesday night's a big outing, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong, because look right there. Sold out. Bolton Wanderers. All 1,284 tickets for Tuesday night's Vertu Trophy game at Wrexham have been snapped up. Thank you for your brilliant support. So I don't have to say this out loud, but I know what's going to happen. We need to show up and show out. Are they going to open up the temp cop? Whoever, Matt, you might know. Are they going to open up the temporary cop for that? Matt, Al, if you're in the chat, we need to show up. They're going to if they're going to sell it out, we got to show up. And as true to form, we're going to rock and roll. And I think we should go for it. And Parkinson, I think, will go full strength side. I think he's going to go full strength side. Our next game, I think, is on Saturday. Let me just double check on that. And that's plenty of time. Let me just see here. Our next game is on. Yes. So our next game will be on the 15th against away at Northampton Town. So I think that Parkinson's going to go full strength side here. I think you can see our best 11 on that night. And I also expect to see AO back in goal. I think AO worked his way in there. Effing Matt. Matt, call somebody. Matt, call somebody. Oh. Matt Grandstand and the Wrexham Longer Stand. No, we can't. If they're selling out, we got to sell out. We got to go. We got to go. Parkinson will play a weekend side, personally, says John Merrill. You think so? Shocking. Do you think we'll go full? We'll know. We'll know. I think we'll go full strength side. Or 8 out of the 11 will be full strength. Maybe he'll keep Rev. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Can't wait to meet Birmingham City at Wembley. But I hope so. I hope we do. And Matt said the 2 stands open. And okay, there we go. What is one of here? Yes, he did. Sorry, there's something else I want to get to. Matt's into corporate seats for this one, having a hospitality and sitting in the director's box. Whoa, fancy! My God, fancy. There we go. That's good. Make sure you enjoy that. Send pictures to us too. Anyway, so that night is going to be a good one. Apparently, we're not having all 4 sides, which sucks. But we'll see. But I agree with you now, Shea Daddy. Go big or go home. Go big or go home. I think that's what we need to do ourselves. And John Mayo says Northampton don't play midweek. He'll prioritize the league over the cup. Let's see, John. We're coming after you. Who are our best 2 wingers? Scuba Steve, we don't necessarily have wingers. We have wingbacks. But if we're talking about wingers, straight wingers, our straight up best wingers, and not in this formation, are Ryan Longman and I don't want to say Ravon. I'm talking. It's a total sort of. It's Ryan Longman and I don't know, maybe Rev moving forward. I don't know, but the wingbacks, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, automatically right now, one of the best wingers is Ryan Longman. Left wing back, I don't know. We'll see. Barney, he's coming for him. Left wing back. Right wing back. Barney's coming. Barney's got someone looking over him. It's Longman on left wing back. I don't think Rev is ready yet, and I keep saying that, but he needs some more time, needs some more game time. But we'll see. I mean, Macca's the guy. He's not going to drop him anyways. We do play one of our catch-up games on Tuesday, John Merrill. Okay, so good. That's a L for you guys, which is great. So we'll catch some points on you there too, which is awesome. But anyways, that's not much. There's not much going on. I wanted to get through that, get through the draw, talk about the promotion push. But on our end, I guess if we're not, I would go for it. I would absolutely go for it. At this point, I would go for it. But I do want to go up. Last thing here, league news: Puma Rainbow Ball to be used in all EFL matches for February 6th through the 17th. There you go. LGBTQ plus community and service reminder that football is for everyone. That's cool. I like that. Those of you that know me know why, but that's awesome. So they donated more than £16,000 to LGBTQ fans for a diversity fund. The LGBTQ supporters group raises more awareness and support the LGBTQ inclusion in football. Awesome. That's cool. I actually like that ball a lot. I might grab one. That's cool. So maybe that's I actually don't have a football at this point, so maybe I'll grab one. But okay, so that's just only update on our side. Just lastly here, I do believe the women went through. They beat TNS yesterday. The women beat TNS yesterday, which is great. 1-0. I hear it was a fantastic match from what I hear. So goal scorer was Lily Jones in the 87th minute. So fantastic. I believe that Red Horde does watch-alongs for them. Actually, I know he does. So if you want to watch along for the women's game, go check that out. They do a great job over there. So congrats to the women's team, but not much going on here. On the other side, heck, I can't wait for Wrexham to play Birmingham in either round, since that means Wrexham wins it in quarterfinals. There you go. Barney is part of the conversation, absolutely. And you mean you believe the only League One side unbeaten at home this season will lose? Brave. Sure, that's a brave one, Cotton. That's a brave one, Cotton. There you go. All right. So rest of the day, 3 p.m. PST. That is in 4 hours from now, almost exactly 4 hours. Chapter 2 of the Andy Morrell interview will be up. It's another 45, 50 minutes. Is great. Also, too, did anyone pick up on who is the guy at the beginning talking under TAVERN Productions? Do you know? Let me know. I want to put it in the chat. So that's up there. I have something planned possibly for next Thursday for everybody. I think people will be excited about it. So I have something planned for next Thursday. And I'm excited about it too. And then what else? What else is happening too? Also tonight, footy tips show tonight at 6:00 PST. So full day. Got a full day. Got a full day. Footy tips. Ken and Aaron are diving into that. I have an event tonight and I can't go. I can't not go. So I won't be there. So you got to see Ken. You got to see Aaron to do the things. And hopefully I did my tips and you're going to love it. I'll just say abacadabra and you'll see what I mean by that. Okay. If anything breaks, we will come back live on the Local Pundit. Please smash a like on the video and subscribe. Get your thoughts in about the analogy to Parkinson and having him go see The Last Dance, Chicago Bulls. And don't get it twisted. Michael Jordan is the best basketball player of all time. And number 2 is Kobe Bryant. So on that bombshell, I will see you all soon.